All right, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays DragonLoop, potentially our last episode. I had a little think off camera, and I do kind of think that I'm onto something. So like, if we come in here and we ring this bell, and now we look at our route and we go, okay, we could come down here and we'd have to go through Silverwing in order to ring this bell. So that's one day. Let's table that for this moment. Instead, so our first day in here, get over to Shade. So now we're on the second day, and we can ring this bell. We can traipse our way all the way up to here. So now we're on the third day, and we can traipse up to here, ring this bell, traipse up this way and around. We're still on the third day, and ring this bell. And then come our way back, which is a long ass way to go back. Still on the third day, we go up here. And there we ring that bell. So that's the fourth day, which means that we have the one day we need to spare in order to do what I was originally trying to do, where we go down and we ring this one. So let's do that. So we've rung this bell. I should have gone to another room so that there was like background audio. Sorry. Sometimes I'm not a good streamer. So we run over here, hop in here, ride the thing. By the way, if you're wondering, hey, how did you jump to having all of those ickers? I started playing and then realized, wait, my audio's not on. My microphone is not working as I thought it was. Whoops. Time to re-record that intro. Which is also why the first bell was already rung. Oh well. I'm a professional. I'm not a professional. This is completely a hobby. Alright, so we pop down in here. Pop down in here. Continue our way down. Fine. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna have to pop a heal because we nearly died there. Oh, I should have used my teleporty power. Alright, second bell. Alright. Still on this day. Get our heals back. I'm really banking on there not being any shenanigans with remnants or anything, which might be the case, and I've just not thought the route all the way through. You know, if that's the case, then that's the case. Get out of here, cursor. Not really any point to me killing the enemies now, other than just having them not be a danger to me. I've gone the wrong way. I was too distracted thinking about how the enemies have become functionally redundant for me. Alright, here we go. We're now on day 2. Going into day 3. I'm kind of just waiting to like get to a certain point in this and realize that I've missed some obvious gotcha in my route. Again, like remnants or something. Oh. Like there's a thousand things that I could be forgetting about in here. We'll see. Okay, I've gone a longer, harder way than I needed to, but fine. Done that. It's this that we wanted to do. Bring it. Cover. All right, so from here, left, up, yeah. Not that way, actually. This way. Kind of funny the way that I've complained, I feel like, in this game, somewhat unfairly, about like, it seems like things are kind of glass cannon-y. And it's like, yeah, because you chose that loadout, dude. Things are glass cannon-y because you went all in on offense and no in on health. Alright. This actually puts us at day 4, so does this break things for us? I don't think so. I think we're okay. So we have to get those other 2 first, and then we come back for the top right one. I think. Gosh, I'll be sad if I'm wrong. Because this is a fairly long run to do. Which is an entire, like, you know, the data's all there. I've been to all these places. We've got a map. The map has markers on it. It's just my brain letting me down. Oh, interesting. You're here. I guess that makes sense. We didn't stop him. It's just been so long since we've seen him. Alright, ringing the bell. The dragon bell is ringing. This just purely to get that little bit of health back. I wonder how much, like, they just found, like, oh yeah, you can do this for the final bit, or how much they had to be like, ooh, we want the player to be able to do this, so we need to tweak the layout of some of these rooms to make it possible. Because it's a pretty cool idea, I feel like. Holy shit. That's there's only one left after that, I believe. Can't believe that we just casually found that like that. This is part of why I'm recording. Like, because you never know when you're gonna just randomly find something. I'll invite it back down. This little bit of color here, which is interesting. I think there's more to that than I have seen / picked up. We're gonna pop over here real quick, because we never have found the boss that is ostensibly here. Presumably there's some timeline stuff that we gotta do for that. I have a theory, but, like, completely untested. Alright. Dragon bell's ringing. So now it should be a matter of just retracing our steps back. Actually, hold on. Let's look at our map. So we retrace our steps back, loop back around. All the way around down here, which is a pretty serious hike, and then back up and over so that we can go through lines. Oh, I forgot that we can just swim. I don't even need to be using the... Silly. That's such a sneaky little thing to be like, you can just press down and A at any time to drop through here, and you're like, really? That's the trick? Damn it. In some ways, that's worse than a ground pound, I feel like. Oh, I forgot that those things explode. This might be... Gosh dang it. There we go. We're fine. We're fine. We're actually not fine. Gosh, dang it. I was not expecting this to be harder. Let's see if we can use our hoverboard to... Yeah, that made it easier. I like the hoverboard as a mechanic. Like, it's conceptually simple, but it actually adds a lot of quality of life, you know? Alright, now we head on back. Hello, mouse. This is a fairly, like, I imagine this ask is not everyone's favorite, just because it is like a big, like, do everything in one go kind of ask. It kind of reminds me of a section of Outer Wilds. I won't specify which part, just for people who haven't played Outer Wilds, you should play Outer Wilds. Alright, so yeah, right and then up. Whoa. I'll take another balloon. I'm really glad that they use a slightly different bit of key art for that. For most of the connections. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Alright. Day 5, here we go. If I've missed a bell, then I am gonna be so sad. I do kind of wish that if you killed enough enemies, you would, you know, get another seed. I know that that's not the design of the game, but almost got myself in trouble with that one. Alright, there we go, just like that. I also do appreciate that they pretty much... It's possible that you didn't need every ability to get these, but I feel like it was every ability. The dragon bell is ringing. Shit. Nothing happened. Alright, we rang this one, then we rang this one, then we rang this one, then we rang this one, and now we've rang this one. Is there another one that I don't know about? I don't think so. So, does that now mean that we need to... I bet we have to go back to the altar. Which should be possible. Shouldn't be a big deal. If that guy killed me, I would have lost my mind. replenish our juice and our stuff. Going back down. I think we can make this work. I think. This is a hell of a run. Just, do you know the entire world? Prove it. Yeah, sure. Oh, there's a spike there. Back through you again. I guess there was technically a more efficient route that we could have taken for this. Because I think that we could have gone... Could we have gone to the calm? Yeah, we could have gone to the calm place. I don't know why I called it the calm place. The one that the last one that we just did. We could have gone there and then, gone and done the last two. Do we think there's gonna be a final boss? Maybe. I'm really banking on those, like, this being the right sequence. Oh, okay. Four bells. 4 symbols. Why not 5 symbols? Okay. Oh, Ulo, you silly kitty. You just couldn't let me go, could you? Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. Noted. Noted. All right, phase 1. I don't feel like I'm doing the correct thing. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Shit. Alright, alright. So it's effectively like a boss gauntlet. It's interesting that that counts as a lamppost. Let us consider our loadout. I don't know that I'm getting that much value out of having an extra one of those. An extra heal could come in real clutch. Am I getting a lot out of an extra attack? How many SP do I even have? 10. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna do that. We'll see if that's a good idea. I kind of don't think it is, but... Oh. Well, time for the traditional garbage second run. Wow. Garbage second run was particularly garbage. Judged twice in a row. That's fine. That's fine. We got this. Alright, we're out of heals. So, one more heal would be great. shit. Shit, and I knew that was coming. Oh. We got this. I like this. This is good. Oh. I don't have an excuse for either of those. Alright. This one's a wash. Several like just really bad mistakes right there. Alright, I'll take that. Alright, I'll take that. Same thing as before. Literally died to the same attack. Maybe I need to prioritize Fushi. I don't think so. I feel like I've got all of these in the bag, but it's just getting through all of them without making any mistakes that is easier said than done. Really thought I had her. Again, every time. Alright. Gonna go ahead and pop this. It's early, but... Alright, that one was easy. Relatively speaking. bitch. Damn. No, he got me fair and square. I was making bad button presses there. I kind of think I'm gonna trade this 1 health for another lily. And I'm actually kind of thinking I'll take this pearl off for another lily. Borderline tempted to take this off for this, but we'll see how this treats us. If I do this, does not. Shit. Alright. New loadout. Who dis? Jesus. How did that go so poorly? Alright. I need to not be in the corner with her, because that's when, like, my mobility gets restricted. And then we have a bad time. I need to just be more patient with her. We want this one. Okay, you gotta stop doing that move, because I can't counterattack you when you're doing that move. Sword? Alright. Last one. I make a bunch of stupid errors. Fuck me. All right, I think we were fine. I just need to play better. I took a bunch of hits at several points that really shouldn't have happened. That's a good example of a hit that shouldn't have happened. And that. think my big problem here is really just that I'm like going too fast. Like I'm nope, going all in when I really shouldn't be. Playing like super aggressive. Wait, as long as she doesn't do her whirlwinds move, it's fine. Shit. All right. Wow. All right. You does in fact come after those 4, which I was pretty much expecting. So that means we need to be saving our sword for post rematch. Shit, that was... Let myself get caught by that one. Let myself get caught by that one. Right. Let's see if we can get blue in here. Okay, that could have gone better. You kidding me, man? Shit. Alright, let's see if we can do this without Cool. I'll take it. Really is kind of sensory overload here. I think we got it. I think we got it. I'll admit my heart rate's up a little bit here. Have I failed again? Ulo. Oh, interesting. Look at how her name is in VWA instead of in with an umlaut WA. How many times has this happened? I've lost count. Maybe 11,982? Never stop joking, do you? Gee, are you really gonna stop Nua? I have to. By focusing on me, she's letting everything else go wrong. Ulo reached out to you for the sake of Nua. I can do the same for you. You've already done so much for me, Uro. But to save everyone, we need to save Nua. She'll need all of her power. I'm sorry. It seems like such a waste. Nua went through countless loops to try and save you. By making this choice, you'll die. Don't worry, Uru. There's still time to change things. Working together, maybe Nua and I can make different choices to save the future. Thank you, Uru, for everything. It's because of you that we got this far, and I've learned so much along the way. I'll never forget these memories of the times we've shared. Nua? She has grown up. I did what I did because I couldn't bear to lose. It's okay, I understand. More than you might realize. Thought this was the only way too, giving her my power. But now I see how strong and resilient she has become. Maybe we both have a future now. Steven said to me, I'll live on no matter what, so you better stay alive too. Truly remarkable. No surprise considering who she came from. Thank you. DragonLoop. All right, yeah. Congratulations to the developers, whose names I unfortunately cannot read. Yeah. Really solid little game. I liked that final, like, ring all the bells in a single loop. Like, that's an interesting challenge. I enjoyed it. I definitely see how that could be a quit moment for a lot of people, though. G. Wake up, G. I assume that's a punching sound effect. Huh? Gee, Uru? You were really gonna leave me behind? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be going with Nua. No way! I'm your Uru, and I'll stay by your side forever. Uru is gone. What a weird dream. Still, you'll be with me in spirit, my friend, forever. I'm still so tired, but there's work to do. So, where should I go first? I like that. I like that we got to walk out of the starting room. That's cool. That's a great way to round out the looping narrative. Goodbye, Uru. Thank you for being with us all this way. This is the end of DragonLoop's journey. Hopefully this trip has left you with some memorable memories. In that distant and unknown future, we hope to see you again. Goodbye, Uru. Start a new future is the achievement I just got. And that was a screen where I got to press A to conclude it. Very cool. All right, so yeah, DragonLoop. There were some hiccups. You know, the translation had some rough spots. The antagonist's name. Uru, are you there? What's up? Was it all a dream? Was what a dream? What happened? I don't remember. Oh no, you've lost your memories again. No, I finally remember everything. Ah, cool. I appreciate that we've got a like in-world, like it acknowledges that we've completed the game inside of our save file, even though we're technically now before it. So yeah, let's talk about it. So I like the art of this game. I think the kind of grease pencil kind of look almost worked for it. Character art is cute. The enemies are cute. It's a good example of how you don't need terribly many frames to make a workable enemy. Like, look at these walking animations. Like, this is 3 frames, or is it just 2? Honestly, I'm struggling to tell. I don't think they even... Yeah, they've got like 2 frames of hurt animation, I think. I'd honestly have to like play it back at slow speed to even tell. Like, these are simple enemies that like you can see pretty easily. Now, I do wish, classic me request, I would love to have a bestiary. We've got these tabs: notes, spirits, map, state. Under note, why isn't there a bestiary tab? Because like we've got all these enemies, like have them be in here. And you could do it like this, like reuse this layout where you've got just like a little thumbnail for the various enemies you've killed, and then a tiny little thing right here that says like their name and some blurb. You don't even really need the blurb, but like it's a thing to complete and collect, and like lets players feel good about doing thoroughness in the game. I liked the different abilities. Obviously, like you get pufferfish and you're like, wow, cool, we can like put a thing down and then use it to jump up higher, and then that gets trumped pretty hard by the box, and then the box gets like stays useful but kind of gets overshadowed by the glide, just because the glide is so cool. The whale is interesting, like it's a fascinating idea, but I barely used it. Like there's a handful of puzzles that call for it, and that's pretty much the only place I used it. And the spider just felt clunky to use because of the whole oscillating aiming reticle thing. Overall, all of these, like the fact that there's 5 of them and the only way to switch between them is pressing up and the button, which is really easy to do accidentally while you're trying to do, some complicated jumps or whatever with the glider. That's a problem. But like there's only so many buttons on a controller. I get it. The other abilities that we've got, the arrow, boomerang, black hole, those are also all very cool. Obviously we probably used arrow the most. We didn't use boomerang a ton. It felt like it probably could be really broken. But we just didn't use it. And then black hole, also really broken, really cool, but we barely touched it. Because by the time that we got it, we were pretty late into the game. The leveling system where you got to like choose what beads you got, I liked that pretty well. It felt like there should have been maybe one more stat somewhere for armor or something. There was also a little bit of... It was hard to tell from these like notes and stuff, like what some of the terminology was. Like there was a bit of a learning curve there, which happens. I get it. But just like SP, OP, like everyone knows what attack and HP are, but like it's pretty easy to turn around and be like, is OP what we want for using Uru, or is it used for summons? And you know, again, like little translation things. This isn't summons, it's summing, which is the wrong word. The whole Icar thing to upgrade spirits, I liked that. That was fun. It kept me engaged with enemies right up until basically this final episode. Nice big map. I liked the map overall. I do kind of wish that the rooms were a little more detailed or had like some silhouettes in them to help hint at their contents, but honestly that's probably me just like wanting too much. There were some little bits like I never figured out this thing. Just no idea how to deal with that, and we have yet to figure out this thing up here. I don't know that I'll do that on camera. I don't know that I'll do it at all, honestly. I don't feel a huge amount of drive to 100% this game because I'm happy with where it ended. The story ultimately, like, the game kind of lost me on some of the story about midway through, and then I kind of got back into it. They earned it back. So, you know, very subjective, the story stuff, but in the end, I thought it worked pretty well. The music did a lot to help that along. Speaking of music, there's a lot of spots in here where it felt like either the music wasn't playing or there weren't sound effects or stuff. It just felt like weirdly quiet. I don't know. There's value in games valuing silence, but also, like, you know, every time we got one of those, like the bells when they were like doing their thing to unlock stuff, it felt like there should have been sound, you know? What else? I do also kind of similar to my desire for a bestiary. I would love to have a friendiary in here to keep track of all the NPCs that we've talked to, because I have forgotten, and it's a little hard to tell from looking at this map. Like, I've complained about this a bit. Like, this house is lit up, this house is grayed out, presumably because the resident isn't there, right? And there's a mark next to this house, which I think is telling me that there's something that I need to do, but I'm really not sure. And that kind of bothers me, right? Like, the fact that I have literally beaten the game. I've gotten the true ending, and I still don't totally know what the map is trying to tell me. That doesn't feel great. I think the map's also trying to tell me something here, but again, I don't know what. I just don't know. Overall, the whole time mechanic of like you've got days and you need to like plan out your route so that you're not using up your days, I thought was cool. I liked that system. I didn't think I was going to. I thought I was going to be not fun, but it turned out to be pretty solid. Good number of secrets everywhere. I enjoyed the mini games. Yeah, like overall, like just like this is a good game that is hampered a little bit by the fact that, you know, it's made by just two dudes and there's only so much love and care that two dudes can pour into a single game. An additional like balance pass, a 1-year anniversary update would be great for this game, I think. Or, just a DLC that comes in and addresses some of the pain points. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Let's go back to the main menu. See if I can think of anything else. Oh yeah, the the cursor thing did feel weird. It was very strange that the cursor kept showing up whenever I would complete a cycle. I assume that that's just some weird bug with the scene transitions and the way that Unity grabs cursors and all that. Whatever, it's fine. I didn't really care that much. The thing that did bother me is that the end screens would auto continue without me having read them. So let me go grab a list of the end screens and we'll read them together, and that's how we'll end this series. So 1 second. All right, so this took some doing because I had to scrub through my own videos to find this. I couldn't find a resource online that just listed these out, which is very surprising to me. I don't know, maybe I'll make one at some point. But here's what I've got. Bad End, Missing Voices number 02. Through the corridor of time, the expected 6th day never came. The gears reversed, and the loop began anew. Bad End, Dragon's Mission number 03. When the blue sky healed, her figure dissolved into the twilight glow. Only the fragments of the mending stone remained and, flickering, became stars for future generations to behold. Bad End, The Illusion of Nothingness, number 04. In the morning light, people trod through the thin snow, murmuring about the frozen girl. Ice crystals clung to her lips, as if she held a shard of starlight that had yet to melt. Bad End, Cursed Heart, number 05. A shattered heart bled new ruin. The curse spread throughout the snowy peaks. Ancient rituals were passed down, continuing without end. I do not have ending number 6, so we're moving right on to Bad End, Puppet Dance Moves, number 07. She fell to her knees in front of the confessional room, while the red dancing shoes still spun alone across the wilds, trampling every wild rose that dared to bloom. Bad End, Poison Apple, number 08. The girl sat on the throne, lips curled in a bitter smile, like an apple core. Her shadows stretched along the palace walls, gradually merging with the fading figure. Bad End, Wonderland, number 09. Upon waking, the dead leaves still clung to her hem. The Cheshire's cat grin hung in the air, reminding her that every mad choice leads to her true self. Bad End, Man in the Woods, number 10. At dawn, the traveler left with pockets full of starlight, while she continued to watch, like a breathing tree, where the rings hold the dreams of every passerby. Bad End, Scarlet Moon, number 11. She never saw the wolf again, yet in the smiles of every passerby, she caught the scent of blood. And that is all the endings I got. I think I may have gotten another one and I just missed it when I was scrubbing through my videos. But like I said, the game doesn't make it easy to find these. My own arrangement didn't make it easy to find them, and I couldn't find a resource online that listed them out. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. Yeah, easily one of my biggest gripes about this game is the way that those end cards would just auto advance. If they had not done that, I wouldn't be doing this whole thing here at the end where I'm like, but it is what it is. Indie games, they have some rough edges. Yeah, overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I definitely would recommend it to other people. I think it's cool. I think some of the ideas here are really neat. Stuff that I haven't really seen explored much. So, yeah. hopefully you guys enjoyed this series, and I'll see you in the next series, whatever it may be. Until then, bye!